Hi, it's Kristen. Welcome back to the channel. It is Friday morning and it's a little overcast and kind of cool this morning. So I thought it would be a good idea for me to get the potager and the raised garden beds on drip irrigation. It's been on my list of things to do for a long time, weeks and weeks. I did our front landscaping bed, so I know how to do it. I'm going to use kind of a similar setup for back here. So I figured I'd share with you how to do it. It's fairly inexpensive and easy to do. So I'm going to walk you through all the steps. Basically, I'm going to be using this solid poly tubing as kind of my main line, distribution line all the way around the garden. And I'm going to be jumping off of this tubing with this 1/4-inch drip tube, which has the little emitter holes already in the tubing. I'm going to be using some couplers and some tools and things to connect these. I'll show you all how to do it. I'll show you how I have the timer set up and everything, and how I have it run from our actual spigot that's on our house. So I'm going to explain all of it to you, and I hope the video is helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, but let's get to it. All the supplies that I'm using today came from Amazon, so I'll have links to these things in the description box below, and maybe even like an Amazon list or something to make it simple for you guys. But basically my first step is I'm going to run there's a line running from our spigot from our house. I'll show you that, and I'm going to be connecting this tube all the way around the entire garden, and I'm going to be using these little coupler. This is like a little angled one, a little like to go around a corner. So I'm gonna, put one in here, one into the other side, and then connect them and go around the corner here of the garden. So here is my main supply line that is coming from our spigot. I'm gonna insert this L here to make a nice clean turn around this corner. So I'm gonna put one in here on the main line, and then I'm going to connect the other tubing to that. There, and then this is my big roll of tubing. I'm going to connect that just like that. And then we're going to make this corner, and I'm going to get my little landscape staples to hold everything down. Then I'm just going to use these landscape staples to stick in to hold the tubing down. All right, now I'm just going to take this big roll. I'm going to run all the way down the back side of the garden here. All right, we're at another corner, so I am simply going to cut the poly tube here, and then I'm going to use one of the little corner couplers again, so we can just have a nice clean curve here, and then we'll run down the short side of the beds. A little tip is that if you can get your poly tubing warm while you're using it, then these pieces will go on a lot easier. So I like to set mine out in the sun a little bit before I'm going to use them, or at least have them outside in the warmth, as opposed to maybe like inside in your garage or something. And that really helps be able to slide on these little couplers. It's just easier to work with. It's a little more moldable when it's warm. Gotta go get more black tubing. All right, so I'm at the end here. So this is the line that goes all the way to our spigot that comes out of the house. So I took the distribution line out there, all along the back, rounded the corners, and came right along the front. Now for the end here, we have a couple of options, so I wanted to share them with you in case your situation is different than mine. We could just end this one here And I would just, you know, stake it down, and what you do is cut it and then kind of thread each end in there, and it crimps it. So that's one way to do it. So for better flow, and so there isn't a starting point and an ending point where the water goes, I'm going to tee into this. So I'm going to put this here, you know, just like that. So that way it all is like one continuous loop rather than ending it here, if that makes sense. I'm going to do that now. Okay. All right, so here's what that T looks like, and then I'm just gonna push that staple in there, and then we'll have all of our main distribution line all around the garden. And then, like I said, I'm gonna jump off of that with this 1/4 inch drip tube. All right, the next step is going to be to connect our drip tube, the 1/4 inch drip tube, to our main distribution line that runs all the way around the garden. To do that, we are going to use these 1/4 inch barbed connectors. Can you see what that looks like? So one end will punch into the thicker 1/2 inch black poly tube, and then the other end will connect the smaller, and then we'll kind of wrap this all around in the garden bed. So to do that, we're gonna punch a hole with this little thing. So you put it up to the larger black poly tube, it punches a hole in it, and it's the perfect size to put this little barbed coupler in. So let's do that now. So that part was super simple. Now I'm just going to kind of weave this all through the beds, and I'm going to use the landscape staples to keep it pressed into place. Okay, so I have weaved the drip tube all throughout this bed. The last thing I need to show you, I'm just going to repeat that same method for all the beds in my garden here. But the last thing that I need to show you is how to end this black tubing, because if you just cut off the end, of course the water will come out the back. So we're going to use this 1/4 inch end plug to go. We're going to cut it, and we're just going to pop that right in there, and that'll stop the water from flowing out. Just like that. That plugs up the end. Okay, and real quick, I'm gonna show you how I have the timer and everything set up here. And again, everything that I mention here is gonna have links for you in the description box to make it hopefully really simple for you. So my system starts with this little 2-way adapter. So I wanted to be able to run a garden hose as well from this spigot. So they make them where you can have 3-way, 4-way if you need more hoses for running out to animals or whatever it is. So choose one of these. That's my first piece of advice. So next is going to be the actual timer system here. And so I have I chose one that gives me the option to have 2 different kind of outlets. One is for my front flower landscaping in the front of the house, and then the other one is for our orchard and then our potager garden, which you just saw me hook up. It is extremely simple to set up. Don't be intimidated by it. You literally go along, you set the time, You set the start time for the right side. You can switch start time for the left. You tell it how long you want it to run. You tell it how often you want it to run, and then you turn it on run and it will go. If you have rain, you push this little button and there's a rain delay. You can choose 24 hours, 48 hours, and on like that. So simple. So the next thing that you'll need after this are a couple of different adapters. There's a backflow regulator on here just to make sure no water gets back up into the, or no dirt and debris gets back up into the system. There's a pressure regulating piece that kind of downsteps the pressure from the spigot so it doesn't overwhelm the tubing. And then there is the last adapter, which connects these pieces to the actual 1/2 inch poly tube. Again, everything will be linked below. And lastly, I'm going to show you how I set up our orchard because it's a little bit different. So this is a good time to show you what it looks like because we haven't dug any of it down yet. Underground we will eventually, but here's my one line running to our front flower beds up there. And then this one splits off this way, runs to the garden. And then the other way it runs over to our orchard over here. And I did do this a little bit differently than our garden, so I wanted to show you how I did it so you can use, you know, this method if it is helpful for you. So here's that same 1/2 inch distribution tubing that I ran, and anywhere I needed to, I just used those little couplers. Like here I used the T coupler to run a line this way down our blueberries, and then I ran it this way down the blueberries that way. But at the base of each tree or bush, all I did was use my little punch tool that you saw me use earlier, punched a hole and stuck one of these little adapt sprinkler head things in. They twist to allow more water out, less water out, that sort of thing. So they're very customizable. But I just did that at the base of all of our trees and bushes, so we're not wasting water by having emitter holes letting water out where we don't need it. So hopefully that's helpful to you as well.